Hello, little birdie at my window. How is one doing? Oh, there you go. There you go. Right, anyway, guys, I got a lot to get on with. I'm going to keep trying to get back on to my social media and try and get this consistency again, because I think this summer holidays is a great time now for us all to get out and start doing what we love and spending time with the people that we want to be with, doing what we love at the time that we just love to do it, and start redesigning ourselves from ourselves, really. And it's great that these things exist. It's great that we have these structures that are about, but these services don't work. No, they don't. And it has got to change. Prime example. Can you get in? You know? That's Graham down there, still in all this time. I have never, ever, ever seen Graham ever actually have any help. I think what I'm going to conclude this social care system as is just plasters on gangrene. And that is all they are doing. They are literally just putting plasters on wounds. And it's like, there, you've fallen over. There's a plaster, put it on your knee. And it's a case of just taking that plaster off and letting it heal. But that doesn't work. That doesn't work. What that does is cause for massive amount of gangrene. And it's like, you know, just watching Josie go through this, and it's horrendous because I'm watching it from a different point of view. I'm watching it from a point of view of somebody that is just stood there like, you know, this girl is completely freaking helpless, and it's so difficult because I can't do anything. Do you know what I mean? I have no power to do anything. I have no power to get on the phone to people and make people talk to me because they have no grounds to be able to discuss Josie's case with me in any way, shape or form. All I can do is try to be here for Josie and for her to make the phone calls and her to speak out. And it's so difficult because even though she's still trying to communicate, it's that tone, isn't it? It's that patronising tone. It's that underhand tone. It's that aggression and frustration that comes up. And it's like, how is somebody meant to get their head together while the system is holding their child? And it's like, I think we as a society need to go right back to basics and really seriously go back to why are children born, you know, and back to basic sex education, basic love, basic marriage, because the world that I see before me has become something that I can't tolerate. I can't get my head around how we as human beings have left such a beautiful, beautiful world. And it's beautiful. Look, beautiful. How can you not say, apart from the Johnny 5, the camera sitting there, but how can you not say that this is not beautiful? Like, I mean, it's beautiful, and it's oh God, even the kids can't go on the park. You know, the world is beautiful, but it's like I said to Josie today. I said I don't think people are getting sort of like, who's Kelly and what's she doing and why is she doing it and where's her VAT number? Everybody wants my VAT number. Everybody wants this thing that says that I have to charge people for my time. So basically, if I really wanted to, let me pick this up. So this is transformational coaching. This isn't my one. This is actually another coach, Paul's, right? So this is one of the guys that I was going to be doing some work with. This is when I was in the middle of going through my own court case, and I went and spoke to some of the coaches that I felt that could maybe help me deal with what I was going through. And I have so much blocked energy. We all do. We all do. We carry around in our bodies all of the emotions and all of the feelings that we have ever sort of expressed, unless we've like water off a duck's back and had the time to take through to get rid of it. Unless you're somebody who properly cleanses every day and understands how energy works, then you carry all of that around with you. And it's like, you know, I've got this woman on the phone with Josie earlier on, and it's like, you know, in their mind, Josie's got nowhere to turn to. Yeah, she's got no one to turn to. She is a foster care kid, and unfortunately, her mother is somebody who is in a London squat, who does take the drugs that I can't get my head around, these particular drugs. And Josie was in a situation where she couldn't be in that family. But again, you know, has Josie's parents ever actually had any proper help? You know, having children taken has caused trauma. And it's like, how do you explain to a bunch of just out of university, don't have children, they might have a younger brother, they might have some cousins, they might even have friends that have got kids, but ultimately they're just kids really just coming out of school, just like Josie. She's just a kid really just coming out of foster care. And no, people shouldn't be coming out of foster care having children, but Josie was in a relationship. She's been separated from that relationship. Josie had a baby and a future and a life to look forward to, something to live for, a purpose, and now that's taken away from her. And I get so annoyed when I then see people commenting, going, oh, Kellie's going to lose your baby, Kellie's going to lose that. Look, Josie turned up at my door when she's damned, mate. She's damned. There was nowhere for Josie to go. Josie had been written off. In fact, we've even managed to get the court case moved back already, just to try to give everybody some time to try to work with Josie. And it's like, you know, it was a done deal. It was a done deal. Josie is just meant to stay at this place in Southampton. She'll work with them. Nobody is advocating for the return of the baby. Nobody is advocating for Josie to go into her own home to be assessed properly. Nobody. It's done. It's done. It's done. But what they're not understanding is, even Josie has not lost her daughter through any parenting. It is purely because of dealing and communicating with the professionals. So literally tomorrow the MP will go off. Will the MP come in and be able to help? No, he's off now. That's it. But will the letters go out to all of these people? Will they pick them up? Yes, they will. But at the end of the day, unless I turn around to somebody out there, and I could pull in absolutely any team I wanted around Josie, as long as I have the money to pay. And this is the problem. And this is why people don't get me. I am not paid to serve Josie. I am not paid to work with Josie. I am not paid to support. I don't even get funding for Josie to be in my home. Now, if, say, foster care placement where Josie has been, they were not with her because they know Josie and go, wow, actually, I really believe in this kid. She's not a kid, she's a grown woman now. And I really want to help her. They were paid. They were paid to have her in her home. They were paid. It was a job. The people at the centre, they're paid. They're paid. They have a wage. They have a page. They get up and they go to work, and if they don't turn up, they don't get paid. And you know, if they're sick, they still have to come in. You know, so. But at the end of the day, they're at home now. They're chilling. They're watching telly. They're putting their feet up. While Josie is having to deal with her emotions, she doesn't get to clock off. She doesn't get to cut out. She doesn't get to turn off. She doesn't get to switch off. She's going to toss and turn trying to sleep because she doesn't know. She's seen the foster carers. I've seen the foster carers. So she has that sense that her daughter's safe. Nobody is saying that this is a baby who's, oh, you know, she's being trafficked. And that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is Josie should have a chance. And within the way that this system works, Josie is already written off. And I think that is absolutely heartbreaking, because then what does Josie do? What do I carry the pieces of every single mother that's torn to pieces because they've had their kids taken? Is that what I'm here to do? Am I here to hold the fort, to tell people that we've all got to keep staying until our kids find us or we get our chances? That can't work. I've told everybody what needs to do it, and people don't want to do it. So I can't make every single person come forward, and I can't stand there alone, you know, because it doesn't show that there is a big picture. So all I can do is go back to where I was 5 years ago, before I left with Dean, and go back to that moment and point where I was. But unfortunately, the laptop doesn't bloody work. The keys don't work on it, so I've got a problem with the laptop already. So that's an added thing, and I really do need to work on it. It'd be interesting to see how tomorrow goes and what goes on with tomorrow. I have to work on it every day, because even I get to the point where I just find it so frustrating when people are not listening. And the problem is places like children's social care, they're not there to get you. They're not there to help you. And this is so sad. Like, take a prime example, right? I now, literally, I'm going to come off this live in a minute, and I've got to pull this washing machine out, change it over with this washing machine, and the tumble dryer is going here, and I've got to get the flooring down and get the washing machine back in. Brilliant, great, fantastic. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that go, cool, brilliant. Okay, but I have EDS, okay? So at the end of the day, it's either going to sit there and stay there. So I either have to I have to put an advert out to say, is there anybody available for an hour to help me lift some stuff? I'm an EDS mother. It's a job that I've got to do because I know where it's going, and it's stuff that I'm trying to complete. It's just that I need somebody who might be able to push this or move this. So therefore I have to pay somebody to do that. Or I ring up my dad and say, hey Dad, I'm trying to fit a washing machine. Have you got any time today to come around and give me a hand and just help me move it in and put some flooring down? That option's close to me. I ring my mum. That option's close to me. I have never had that relationship with my family where I can go, hey, I got some carpet to lay today. Is there any chance you can have the kids for 4 or 5 hours so we can get the carpet in, lay it down, blah, 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 blah. So, sorry, I had a text coming through as I was trying to read as the same way. So at the end of the day, one of the reasons, they're going back to basics on why I started disabled to enabled, is because when somebody has a sickness, an illness, say even COVID, let's go back to good old COVID, okay? So all of a sudden, hang on, what's the symptoms of COVID? Do I sneeze? Do I sneeze with COVID? Do I cough? Hello, doctor. I've got a bit of a cough. Are you sneezing? No, not sneezing. Do you have a temperature? What is a temperature? A temperature means that I'm going very, very hot and I feel very hot and flush. Do I have a temperature? No, don't have a temperature. But I still got a cough. So they've got to then decide what boxes this cough goes into. Now, this cough could be something more severe. This cough could be that I've just been in a smoky room and I'm coming out going, This cough could be going on because it is a symptom of something that exists. But we can only work with what we have already analysed and assessed, okay? The thing that I'm trying to tell you all is these people, I really don't think they are aware of the extent of damage they are causing. Why do I not think they're aware? Because nobody's ever told them. because nobody's ever had an opportunity to stand in front of the likes of Boris Johnson or any other person for the last 150 years. So Parliament itself has only really existed in this structure for 150 years. That means that our great-grandfathers and grandfathers before that didn't live under this current system. The monarchy has always existed, but it was the Queen prior that started building a lot of this stuff. And this is what people need to understand. We have been in a God save the Queen world for so long now that people have forgot that it's not about God save the Queen, yeah? Because I'm sorry, God did not save the Queen for the Queen to do this to us. He didn't. This is not good enough. It's not good. We are not meant to be raised to be put into square pegs in round holes to go, let's fit you in here, let's stuff you in here. You know, every single one of us was given a heart. Yeah, even Elijah today, bless him, on the park, he said to some little boy, can I listen to your heart? And I've got to be careful with the boundaries because we're a very, very close, intimate family. And Elijah has to learn that you can't be that intimate with everybody out there in this world, as much as it would be amazing to do so and beautiful. But people have demons attached to you. And when you hug and cuddle into somebody, you bring with you their energy and demons. And that's something that takes a while to teach. And my children are quite like me in the fact that even if it is somebody who is in a very dark place and very much struggling, Elijah particularly is very much like me, where he would be he just needs a hug. He's only a grumpy old man and a miserable fart because he's just lonely. So Elijah's a bit like me on that matter. But the problem is we are a lot of lonely people because it has been a divide and conquer world. It has been an alienated world. You know, we got social workers now coming into school, and that's great because they should be on the front line. But it shouldn't be in the way that it is. It's not that way. You can enable somebody through everything. I even have somebody around me who is going through that horrendous drug that I don't like, and if I ever see it, it freaks me out, and it does. It just freaks me out. I can't cope with it. I don't know what it is about it, but it just freaks me out. It might be because obviously Stephen was going through it when I didn't know about it. So, and it's the one thing that I've always stayed away from in my life, because I've always known that if you go down that road, I'm the same with pills. I'm from the Leah Betts age. So to me, something like that is, whoa, that's just a place you don't go. That's taking, like, I'm not a drinker. And the reason that I'm not a drinker is because I don't like it. I don't like to ever become that person. I mean, I would be a horrible drunk. I'd be a horrible drunk. Could you imagine me as a homeless piss artist? Could you imagine it? I'd make an absolute awful drunk. I really would. Anyway, my Hoover's not working, so I've got housework to do and I've got to get some stuff done. They warned you. They warned you what was coming. Everybody warned us. We were all warned. I think all I really want to say to everybody is that we really need to all take back our heart, minds and souls and really ask ourselves these belief systems, these thoughts that we have, why we live the way that we do, why we do the things that we do, why we even wake up at the time that we do, or why we process things in the way that we do, and ask ourselves, is that a belief that exists true for me, or is that something that's come from somebody else that doesn't serve me? Because we're not meant to be clones of each other. We're not meant to all do the same thing. In fact, if we all lived being true to ourselves and working in co-symbiotic and co-creation, what a beautiful world we would exist in. But because we are all upside down and we are all living a false lie, a lie, it's a lie. We're all living a lie. You know, every single one of us is living a lie. Even the Queen probably got some passion that she wants to do. I'm sure she doesn't even want to be the Queen. I'm sure when her daddy told her that she was going to grow up to be the Queen, she was thinking, no, I want to be a dancer. So, and it's the same as the lawyers. The majority of people didn't grow up going into being a solicitor or a barrister. It was because they were groomed by daddy, and it was said to be done. That's what they were going to be. And it's the same for many things. Not many people get the true opportunity to go, this is who I am and this is what I want to do. And you're not meant to just be one thing. It's okay to paint and draw and dance and sing and want to make things, as well as, maybe cutting people's hair, or someone might like to work in a shop. But very, 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 very soon our shopkeepers are going to have to become prison guards. Because if you don't put your mask on, you're going to get kicked out. So you've either got to grab it and just conform to the ways of the world and then stick it back in your pocket. But it ain't doing anything for you. It isn't going to protect you from a virus. It might protect you from someone going at you. That's about it. And spat you on the cheek instead. But we shouldn't even be living in a world where people are like that. The revolution will not be televised, because the revolution will not be seen, because the revolution is with ourselves. This is not a fight. This is not a protest. This is not a demonstration. It is just literally about taking back our own heart, minds and souls, and understanding that the power starts from within us, that the decisions come from within us, but we have to be true to ourselves of who we truly really are and what we love and what we're passionate about. Most people haven't even tried. Most people haven't even attempted to jump out of a plane just because they can and it's fun. Most people haven't pushed themselves off a diving board. Most people in the park got to watch everybody else play. Some people were too shy. And then one day it gets a little bit embarrassing to just run around the park. But life's fun. Life is meant to be exciting. Life is meant to be a place that we are in awe and wonder of what is going on around us. Even today, I could never have imagined today that I would still end up speaking on Downing Street, even though I'm not there. That I would still be, interacting with Dean, even though actually it's our 5-year anniversary today and we're not together. But we are together, but we're not together. We still don't know how this is going to come together. But so we're still communicating. And actually, I've ended up speaking to the people that I was staying with prior to me leaving Downing Street. Have been in contact with me today as well. So the irony, he got a letter to say that I hadn't paid the car tax. Well, the car that I had has gone 2-3 years ago. So the fact that he's been in contact with me today is wonderful and beautiful. And I could have never have imagined a lot of the other stuff that is going on around me. But at the end of the day, it isn't right for these kids to be going through foster care, to be getting absolutely battered, to be really struggling, to be written off, to lose their kids. I just came into this system and it was done within 4 minutes. I got to see something that I've never seen before, and it was the most horrendous experience that I've ever been through. It's been going on for so long now, and to too many people, and to people like Josie, that this weekend we would have lost Josie. This weekend, Josie couldn't take any more. If it wasn't for me and Dean, Josie would have taken her life this weekend, or even gone into the world with her mum. And she's not, she's here. And hopefully she's got a chance. But we all wake up with a new day tomorrow. We all take a new breath. But some of us are still dealing with the residual of yesterday. And I can't wait. I can't wait until I am in a situation where I don't have all of this paperwork, where I don't give a shit about Parliament. Do you really think I want to be doing this stuff? Do you really, really, really think that I'm all about this? Do you really, really, really... Somebody actually said to me today, I'm a supporter of SpaceX. How? I'm not a supporter of SpaceX. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to get you to do your own research and connect the dots yourself. You don't need to go down the rabbit hole. The only hole you need to go down is all them onion layers that are all over you, all that shit that's been kicked over you, all them labels that have been put on you. Rip them off. Just rip them off. It's that mask you've been wearing all this time. Rip it off. That anxiety you've been dealing with, that fear, worrying about what people think about you. Just shrug it off. Just get rid of it. And I hope to God to see so many of you out and about doing what you love. I can't wait to see photographs of people who have never been on roller skates before and they're falling on their asses. So what? So what? Did they have fun? And that's what I'm going to ask you every day now. Did you have fun today? So who had fun today? And that is what it's going to be about. Did you have fun today? And I don't mean by taking the mickey out of somebody. I don't mean by laughing at somebody else's expense. I mean, did you have a real belly laugh today? When was the last time you had a really good laugh? Because something was just genuinely funny. That you were so, because life is just so wonderful that you can't help smiling. You can't help walking down the street. Good morning, and how are you today? Oh, amazing, fantastic. Oh, a lovely day today. Nice to see you, John. Good to see you, mate. Have a wonderful day. And that's the world that I want to see. Because right now everybody look depressed and they look like they want to go take their lives. But what I'm seeing with more and more and more people coming out is really good. But come Friday, there's a few of us that have got to say, nah. This is not how it runs. This is not how it goes. Because putting these masks on is killing people. Putting these masks on is not helping people. If you're sick, don't matter if you've got a cough or a cold, don't spread your germs around. Stay in, get your chicken soup, wrap up, put your blanket on, ring your doctor, get your sick note, tell government you're sick, they'll pay you away and come back when you're well. Because well people don't need to put a mask on. It's the sick. It's the people that whose immune systems are down. But we need to look after them, yeah? So it's no different than somebody who's got AIDS, yeah? It doesn't mean just because somebody's got AIDS and their blood is pouring out that you have to leave them on the floor suffering. What it means is somebody's got AIDS, you're aware that they have AIDS, they're bleeding, so you put your gloves on and you protect yourself. Yeah? But that's not all the time. That's called fear-mongering. That's called putting people in a state of fear. That's different. Remember, guys, I'm going to ask you tomorrow, what have you done today that's made you laugh? What have you done today that just brought you so into a place of joy? What have you done today that just put that smile on somebody else's face? And what do you do that you don't need to be paid for? You do it just because you love it, and the Lord will sort the blessings out, because it ain't about money, is it? So anyway, I'm about to get my ass kicked this week, and I'm going to have it coming from all sides. I've got my core meeting with CP at 10 o'clock in the morning. I have no idea what's coming my way. I have been holding the ground with Josie. I have been told that she can't be here. I've had all sorts go on. So all I have said is I am not willing to discriminate and defamate a girl that you have decided to discriminate and defamate. I'm not willing to be the person that does that, because she needs us and she needs people like us. And yeah, so to all you people who are going to turn around and say, I'm the one losing her kid. No. I'm the one that got her the chance of even having a kid in the first place, yeah? So it's the hostels that have screwed up with Josie. And Josie's come to me to ask me for help. So get off my back. Don't cause me shit. Stop defamating me. Stop discriminating me. Because guess what I do? I forgive you. Why do I forgive you? So the Lord can pour the hot coals all over you, yeah? Because I don't have time to carry the anger that I have to the people that are causing me problems. Not my battle, not my fight, not my energy. So anyway, guys, the power of